Hey guys, Jabby back. We've got a boss to go see, so let's go talk to Mr. Sarah. Goodbye. We've got two things up here apparently. Why must it be so tall? Hello? Who are these people?
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Who's
Sir,
asking?
you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
Oh, the
The
butthead.
Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do.
I thought it was that other guy.
As David Sarah's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me.
A little bit.
But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Uh-huh.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is
You're
your
just
first
a
day
giant
back
butthead.
since
Shut
the
up.
accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no
Listen to your
accident.
people.
Ah, my
Leave.
mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon.
I
I
did pretty
imagine
well.
it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
Stay cool under pressure, baby. Meanwhile, his people are like, we need to go. You have a dinner.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart. But it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words.
No, I'm hiding
Flesh may
behind
heal,
sunglasses
the
that are
mind
built
is
into
not
my
always
temples.
so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
I'd like to know what he wants out of all
I'm
this.
curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
Mr. Taggart, your head's so far up your own butt, well, I mean, his eyes are brown, so we'll just leave it at that.
Athena, you've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age, Adam.
No,
Nah, you
but I
good.
know nothing gets by you. If Sarah had done something that could compromise us,
Mr. Saraf has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning. I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. What are you still doing here? Leave. Or do you want me to talk to some of your people?
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're
Not
an outspoken
really.
activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours.
How so?
A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was, too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
Yeah, maybe your friend was a bit of an issue to start with, so let's see what's going on.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know, hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuroposine dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted in this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide.com?
No. Bill Taggart knocked him down.
Uh-huh. I mean, you're supposed to not like Bill. He's kind of a jerk in and of his own right. But when he goes around going like, I'm a psychologist, then don't go projecting your ideals onto other people. That's not how psychology works. A professional psychologist helps the person that is in need by getting through to what their problem is. It is never about the psychologist or the psychologist's belief. It is about the person being helped. He, Mr. Taggart, is not doing that. Mr. Taggart is pushing his beliefs on other people and using his name to throw around other beliefs. Mr. Taggart is a butthead, and he should be seen as such. Thank you. Good day. I have a meeting. Hello, Seraph.
Boss, we need to talk.
Something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access to bypass the company all right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone used access our systems before the first attack. The security measures he and I placed were stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
Yep.
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that? Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board.
Oh,
Pritchard may be
hitting that alpha hard.
I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So
That
let's just stay focused.
doesn't help that the entire issue is still there. Uh-huh. I wish I had saved before this. You can't right now. See? I technically did save before this. So I'm gonna wing it as best I can.
Are we done here?
No, you just gotta give me some time. I'll just
You
finish.
went behind my back on this one, boss. With all due respect, you hired me to keep this place secure. But I can't do that if you are not 100% straight with me.
Why are you getting so defensive? All I'm saying is we should be looking forward, Adam, not back. Right now, this company is on the brink of something phenomenal. Something that can change mankind forever. And there are a lot of people out there who want to see us fail. I need dedicated warriors to help me win this. I never told you, but Frank wanted me to subcontract our physical security needs to an outside PMC.
He told me
I chose
that.
you because I know how important loyalty is to you.
I'm gonna placate him.
Whoa, don't get me wrong, boss. I'm not questioning your leadership. I'm just concerned that the data you streamed might have been compromised, accessed by the hacker who attacked us. If so, how do you suggest I handle it?
I see. I guess I hadn't considered that. But I still don't know that you need to. Your concerns about the data being compromised won't really be an issue as long as we stay strong and work together as a team. That's all I've ever tried to do here. Find the best, most qualified people I can, and bring them all together so they can complement each other. Now, Megan understood that. That's why she suggested I hire you in the first place.
That's nice.
To help this little family of ours survive.
He is a heavy alpha, too. Let's refocus a little bit.
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
She doesn't. I mean, not directly. The data you're so nervous about is little more than a bunch of routine fact-finding reports, the kind of stuff I deal with every day. Megan pointed me in a direction and I followed up on it, that's all. And now that I've shared this much with you, I have to ask how your knowing the fine details will keep the rest of us any more secure. Can't you trust me to take care of things from here?
You good on that? Let's see what placate is. Oh, I didn't scroll down all the way. Sure.
Boss, I'm sorry if you think this is a big waste of time. I just don't want to see anyone else getting hurt because of information I didn't have. But if you really believe this data can't hurt us, that it won't come back somehow and bite us in the ass, then I'll trust you.
I'm glad to hear that, Adam, because frankly, I was beginning to wonder. I've told you all you need to know on this subject, and we've got bigger fish to fry, so let's focus on them. Are we done here? Because we still have to discuss our next move.
I probably should have refocused. Oh well. I could also use the pheromones. That didn't turn out too badly, though. I'm not good at this, if you couldn't
Here,
tell.
this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
A little bit.
It doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure.
A little bit.
I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Man, you got Farida doing a lot of stuff, Mr. Seraph. But yeah, it's not exactly the best. When'd you put your ball back? Why do you have it stand precariously perched right there? Anyway, that distractions. Yeah, some people will definitely do this for the wrong reasons. My idea is, well, I know the reasoning behind this and everything, but my idea on what she was about to go, just based off of the little cutscene we'd had, walking to the labs and everything, is she was finding a way to do the augmentations without natural rejection. You know, just allowing you to freely swap out cybernetics as they come. That's pretty scary to a lot of people, and pretty enticing to military types, to say the least. Because once you can replace parts of the body, why not replace the whole body? Just reduce the soldier down to a brain in a jar that can be sent out in replaceable tanks or anything like that whenever the need is. It's a scary thought, that's for sure. Some people aren't gonna like it. And I don't really care about those people because generally they're looking at the bad side of things. But yeah, that's who I thought Taggart was. I actually believe he's a weird old guy with a cane, now that I think about it. Maybe similar to the person in the opening cutscene. I don't know. What I do know is I am gonna see if I can actually go and talk to the people outside. Maybe go to that limb clinic again. Yes, I can. So many things we could possibly do. Like going back to the DRC. I think it's DRC. And having a complete run of the place and ransacking all of the guns. Yes. We need to Il Metamorphoso. Sell our stuff off. Hello, sir.
What's your pleasure, friend?
My pleasure is being paid. Especially in rockets. I'm gonna keep the snippy whiffy. I like my snippy whiffy. I don't need a template. Rockets. I don't need... Do I need 3 of these things? I think they're ammo. Magazine containing a fluid matrix and a liquid nitrogen cooling chamber. Yeah, it's actually ammunition. Oh yeah, that's for something that I don't really care about. It's cool, don't get me wrong. It's really cool. It's not worth it though.
See you soon.
Sure, right after my trip to China. For now though, let's check to see if there's anything else in the limb clinic. Limb clinic, getting me some practice. Limb clinic.
Dr. Chechery, call 217.
I dislike that I had
Will
to
you
talk
be
to.
purchasing anything today?
Well, it depends what you have on sale. No, you do not have anything that I want on sale. I'll buy one of those just to not have waste my time.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Speaking of Praxi though, wrong button. We have no Praxi. Why did I think we had another Praxi? We're pretty close to another Praxi. Okay. Well, anything we can do here? That's our main stuff. We have all this cut off, and it'll open up later. We can go through all of Derelict Row again, but I really don't feel like doing that right now. Jensen! What was I saying? That was... Whatever. We don't need to go through all of Derelict Row right now. Huh. Signage. Anyway. This was nice and all, but... Yummy Cyber Boost energy bar. But we do have a mission. It's kind of weird that there's nothing else to do here. It's only been an hour or so in actual, like, world time. So I guess that actually makes sense now that I'm saying it out loud. But man, she never even gets a chance to unprep the copter. It just... Oh good, you're back. Continue prepping the copter. What? I can pick up everything in here. Everything except it's nailed down. Oh well. Sup, Farida?
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hengsha.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city.
Ooh.
And most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Actually, I'm gonna call it here, so...
Not yet. I've got some...
Don't take too long. I'm itching to brush up on my Chinese.
And she seems excited, and I'm happy for her. But we're gonna call it there for right now. We've got a whole Chinatown to look into next time. Until then, this is gonna be Jabby, signing out. Have a good one.